That's a loud plane. Since I don't live downtown anymore, I've forgotten how loud they can be. We're alive and alive. We're alive. We're alive. We are alive. We are live and alive. In Louisville, Kentucky for marching to Mitch, a Louisville Democratic Party hosted protest. I think we'll be getting started here shortly. Yeah, it's 12:32, so it should be getting started here shortly to basically march down the street and hanging a left to Mitch McConnell's office here in Louisville to speak with some staffers about their concerns and questions and other various comments about the current state of the country. And with me today is my friend Megan here, who is going to be helping me out with managing the live stream so that I can be free to take photos and shoot some other video. So yeah. Hi,
very exciting. Hi.
But yeah, we'll be getting started here shortly, so we'll just sit tight. Oh, it's still zoomed in from last time. There we go. And I'm assuming we're going to be sticking to sidewalks. I'd be very surprised if this crowd made their way into the street. Yeah, all right. Said we'll be getting started here in a bit, so. We got 100 plus people here at least. Oh yeah, 225 people signed up through the Mobilize link that they sent out. I think this went out Wednesday. Yeah, no, yeah.
What was the, I think it was Wednesday, because it was the night of their opportunity.
Yeah. So this came together very quickly. This is always the awkward part. I do really wonder how this is going to go, though, because I've never been part of one of these where you actually go to a congressperson's or a senator's office. I don't know. I've heard both good and bad about doing it. I've heard, people of course want to be heard, which is obviously good, but then there have been others who have said that, they know that basically it's a waste of time, that it doesn't actually end up getting to the senator or the congressperson, and that not even the media and such pays attention to it anymore. There is some media here today. Who exactly, I'm still not sure. But there are people here other than myself. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh, no, you didn't. That's one of the main reasons we're doing this, though, is because everybody knows Mitch McConnell doesn't pay attention. He doesn't listen to anybody. He's that outside his house. Part of it's them just going in, making a statement, eventually they're going to have to listen.
I wonder when the last time was he was actually even at this office. I'd be very surprised if it was even within the last year. When was the last time he had to run for an election? That wasn't this past year.
It probably wasn't even live.
This video is so bitchy. Hopefully that's not going out like that. Right. Yeah. Okay, that's better. I'm trying to push out 1080p this time too, so in a higher bit rate. So I'm a little concerned it's going to have more issues than usual. No, because it wouldn't be any different. What I really want, if I to really overcome this problem, you have to get like a something called a live view pack, or there's other brands too, but basically it's a backpack that literally has multiple modems in it, connected to different networks. Yeah, you're basically like a walking router, and it's connected to all the networks basically. And so it's constantly switching in the back end to give you the best, which is how like mainstream media, when they're out at like larger events, especially in DC and stuff, like you'll usually see them wearing that kind of thing, because that's how they are getting quality service when everybody else's service is shit in the moment, because everybody is there. But unfortunately, minimum for those is like a few $1,000s, like just for the cheapest, yeah, like the very bare bones minimum setup. And that,
everybody send money to Matthew so we can get coverage when we don't have internet.
But yeah, that that's not even taking into account having to pay for the service too. Yeah, that's just for the hardware. And I have no idea what the subscription costs are for like all of that either, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was hundreds a month at least.
I feel like your media though is still pretty good quality.
Yeah, it usually is when we have smaller numbers, and I don't mean like just tens or whatever, but like when you have hundreds or like less than when you start getting into thousands, you have that many people congregating, that's when it starts, yeah, it gets problematic. Yeah. I should. Thank you.
Matthew in his natural habitat, taking photos.
You're like my production manager.
I am. Hello?
You're my producer. That's
yeah, the producer. Megan, the producer.
This is the only way. We gotta get this out of here. We're gonna move them down the street. Hello, everybody. Hello.
She needs a better megaphone.
I know some of you are on film, but listen. Everybody pay attention. Hi, everybody. I'm going to interrupt you all. I know we got people filming. I'm going to make it stop, though. Okay? We're getting over our limit for our property. All right, everybody. I would like you to stop filming for a second. I need to get you all off this property, okay? We are going to be all going down to the corner at York, and we're going to wait there. We're going to keep some of our people here, and they are going to push people down there. We're going to start today. We just got way too many folks here, okay? So come on down, let's go.
All right, I guess we're headed down that way.
Okay. Do you want to just walk in this way?
Yeah. I mean, we're just going right down here.
We'll hold it backwards.
Oh, okay. Oh, see, they're already blocking us.
Louisville City FC. We are working our way down to the federal building, to Mitch McConnell's office. Love your sign.
Thank you.
Good trouble, that's the slogan. Yeah, it's good trouble.
Rally happening now. So it's really
Okay. Yeah, awesome. Now we're done.
well, it is. But yes. But yeah, I'm pretty proud.
Yeah. That was the quietest, like, march.
I know, it really was quiet. I was like, this is awkward.
But also, they're just moving people
Right.
down the street. It really wasn't. But everybody was kind of just acting like it was marching.
Hey, the USPS supports us being here.
We do not have
So we are now gathered here on 6th in York, waiting for everybody to get together so we can march up to the federal building to Mitch McConnell's office.
I forget his name, but the chairman of the Democratic Party that's still up there, so I'm assuming he's getting ready to speak. Yeah. I came up. He's their hot young leader.
You guys heard that.
Decent amount of honking and solidarity so far. Hi.
Here's Matthew getting produced by his producer.
Good signs out here today. I've been wondering how much I'm going to see like recycled between all the protests lately.
Still need to make mine. I actually need to do it before I'm sitting in a parking lot at the Capitol building this time.
I guess to talk, and assuming after that we'll walk down the street to Mitch McConnell's office. I think then they'll have everybody basically line up.
And then it's like a rally on the street while everybody goes in 2 by 2.
Never mind.
Just kidding.
That was a MAGA troll.
Whoops.
It was just, that was
I'm like, oh, you're excited.
They're like, yeah, everybody's like, yeah. Oh, wait, never mind. Pan around and show the crowd a little bit.
But don't step in the poop.
I didn't even see that. She hadn't, like, the whole scene didn't happen. I probably would have stepped in it. Oh no, she could have done it. Save it for Mitch McConnell's office.
Save it for the sidewalk, Zuzu.
He saw my sign.
Okay, now that the dog food delay is over, I think we are actually in the
I'm
area.
going to start talking about what we're doing today. I'm going to start talking about what we're going to do today. So, maybe come up closer and around. You maybe not want to be right here because y'all be like blowing you out. Okay. First of all, thank you all so much for coming today. My name's Beth Thorpe. I am the communications chair here at the Louisville Democratic Party. And I was talking to our chair, Logan Gaddy, where I do not know where he is. He should come up here. There you go, Logan. Oh, good. You're up high. Good. Better. But I want to talk to you about what this action is today. One of the things is, how many of you here have ever gone to Mitch's office before? Very few. Very few. Okay. So what we're going to do, what I want you all to know, they will only officially let 2 people in at a time. Okay? So what's going to happen is we are going to line up on Broadway. They may cut it where they may come up with forms to say fill this out. But the big deal is what we're wanting to do is we're wanting people on Broadway to see that we're fighting back, right? And that's as big of a part of it as going inside. Because let's be real, we know Mitch doesn't listen to us, but we're going to go give our opinion anyway as much as we can.
Yes.
But so I also want to talk about what this action is and what it is not. This is the local party. This is a little out of our lane, right? We don't usually do this. Our job is getting people elected, which we're going to all be asking you to help with that too. At a later point, because that's what really is going to take this country back. We just have to elect more Democrats.
Yeah.
But today, so we're not here, no one here, if you're planning on doing anything that would get you arrested today, this is not the action for you, okay? We are here, we're going to be polite, and I know it seems wild, but the staffers in Mitch McConnell's office are excellent. They're very good people. They will be very polite to you. That's the energy we need to go in there with, right? So, and you know, there's different lanes of protest, but if you want to get arrested, that's not it. We need to keep the sidewalk open or this becomes illegal, what we're doing. So we're going to have people telling you to move back over. We're going to line up on the sidewalk near the Broadway. So you can show your signs, right? You want to show the signs to the cars. But that's about it, okay? And if anybody has questions, Logan over there, our chair, you can ask him too. But we'll be around. And also, my dog Zuzu is here today. She does want you to pet her. She does want cookies. I have some. My husband had to work at the last minute, so she's here. She's our mascot. She's pretty excited about it today. All right, Logan, go for it.
All right. Everyone, listen up. We're going to walk down to the federal building. It's that building right there. Not that far, obviously. There is a slight police presence right now, so just keep that in mind. Like what Beth said, we're not here.
If you can't hear, he was saying that there's a slight police presence right now
make our voices heard, to talk to
at the
Mr.
federal
Stafford
building.
if we can, if we have time. Our main goal here is visibility, letting people know that we don't approve of the things that are happening with Doge, Trump, everything basically. So, that being said, you are free to get loud, you are free to be angry, but please be respectful of your fellow protesters and of the people that work in that building. Okay? So, we're going to go ahead and march down in about 1 minute after I finish up my remarks. If anyone has any questions, please talk to me or talk to Beth and we will help you out as best we can. And again, there's obviously press here. Feel free to talk to the press as you see fit. Let's make this a great event where we can make our voices heard.
Bigger megaphones.
Make sure that people understand that people is fighting back, okay? Good. All right. Let's go walk down.
Walk down.
Let's go.
Has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. We need not to be proud of what you're doing. We're grateful. Thank you. Thank you. We want to be part of it. It is. It's Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. ho! Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey.
Basically the World Media is an independent journalism company that Matthew started on his own. So I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Matthew in action again. In the middle of the street. Thank you so much. Right? I know, I try and put curls in it, it just doesn't work out. That's the federal building where Mitch McConnell's office is, right across the street from us. The Gene Snyder courthouse and something.
Get off behind.
Everybody's lining up out here.
Not the 1%. For the people, not the 1%.
I know, walk down the front. I just wanted with Matthew. He did. You're completely fine.
You got a nice umbrella. We're just land, and somebody's going to steal your land. So stand up now while you can to the Constitution of the United States of America.
I love your shirt.
Thank you.
They closed it. Then there was another one
Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go.
I love your sign. It's very accurate.
Yes, yes, yes. This is what democracy looks like. 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 what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Are you just doing camera?
It's a live stream.
Okay, I have a funny story to tell you about Mitch.
Sure.
Take me 2 minutes.
Go for it.
In 2017, I emailed his office and I asked to set up a meeting with him, and I got a response, and they said, oh, that's great. Where do you want to meet, Washington or Louisville? I said Louisville. They said, fine, I'm going to send this to the scheduler. They said her name and everything. She'll schedule it. I have yet to hear from them. That was 8 years ago, and I still have the emails.
Thank you for
You're
sharing
welcome.
with us.
Not the 1%. For the people. 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 Not the 1%. Not the 1%. For the people. Not the 1%. Here we are. Yes. We're standing for the people. The people of the United States of America. It doesn't matter who you are. You all belong here. We belong here. And we need to defend our country. Right now, a lot of billionaires are trying to take over our country. That's right.
So again, we're all lined up outside of the Gene Snyder Federal Building downtown in Louisville, Kentucky, where we marched from the Louisville Democratic Office.
Not tyranny. Democracy, not tyranny. Democracy, not tyranny. Democracy, not tyranny.
Before they start the great layoff.
So you can see the entire block is pretty much lined up from one end of the federal building to the other. I'm a pro live streamer, Matthew, by the way.
I mean, being a live streamer is like the easiest job in the world.
I don't know, I ruined it at the town hall, so. Here's the whole block.
I was wondering what those cars were doing. They were
They're using the road.
Yeah.
lot of honking.
I think even a Tart bus.
Yeah, he did.
Driver honked there. Who has the drone?
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
know.
somebody else.
Yeah, it could be Courier Journal.
They do a lot of drone stuff.
Their building's literally right there.
Yeah.
Not like, we don't even have to leave. We're just gonna go on the roof. Courier Journal employees, do you all do that? Do you just go to the roof and fly your drone? Just for fun?
I thought we would potentially be able to go inside, but I'm realizing I don't think that's actually going to happen.
As
I'm gonna ask
media?
Beth.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask Beth.
I mean, technically, press is allowed into government offices.
As official as you need to be in this city. I have access to the Metro Council, but I do not have access to the mayor's office. Which I don't know if I'll ever be able to get that one. All they have to do is look at what I've said about Greenberg on social media. And also the countless times I've booed him in person.
Right?
Including at the last light up Louisville.
That's amazing.
Got up on stage and I let it rip.
Do another walk loop.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go see if I can talk to him.
I mean, worst case scenario. What?
Somebody got angry at the door.
Very angry at the door.
Out the courthouse.
Worst case scenario, you could take the live stream and I could play with your camera if you have autofocus on it.
I won't let you play with the camera.
That's fair.
Sorry, only because
It's an investment.
Yes.
I know. Yeah.
And it costs a lot.
I get it.
Granted, I've had it for a few years now, so
Yeah. I get it.
No, we haven't actually met. We've been around each other.
He said that we are not allowed to bring the cameras into the federal building. I'm producing Matthew right now.
That was a joke because it's like, walk. You're like, everybody walk. Walk now.
Let's talk about your little baby megaphone.
Already know it's insufficient.
Yes, we need to get them bigger megaphones.
I would gladly take a donation of a large
Say, where can people donate if they want to help the megaphone fund? And I mean, help the local Democratic Party in general. Where can people donate? That would be
LegalDems.com. I always forget. It's not a .org, it's a .com.
okay.
Yeah, so we accept in-kind contributions, manpower. If you want to do things like this, you always appreciate that as well. Volunteers are always in great need, so it's
Especially since it's an all-volunteer org.
it is, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot to try and manage. So no, we just so I run a CDFI. Because we are like one of the radical DEI, whatever, preferential
Trying to help people.
part of that executive order. So that's 5 or 6 granulates that I had to go back and tell people that they don't get anymore. And I'm like, how are we radical? Like we're granting money to an affordable housing developer and a child care center and a small school. I'm like, oh my God, give me a break. Oh, sorry.
The megaphone has been confiscated.
Yeah. So,
What made you all decide to organize this today, especially as quickly as it was put together?
so we just did a bunch of
This is what democracy looks
protests
like.
out in Frankfurt. 50-51 doing it, and everything like that. And like Frankfurt's an hour away. This is where a fifth of the population of the state lives. So I was like, why don't we just do something here instead? It'll probably be a lot easier for everyone to get around and get to it. Plus, Mitch McConnell is up there, and his staff is up there.
I was gonna say his staff is. Mitch McConnell probably hasn't stepped foot in Louisville in his Louisville office.
I know, as a former Highlands, resident, I was like, this guy used to live down the street from me, quote unquote, live, because he's been in DC for the last 20 years. Every time it comes to polling, it's screamed at in restaurants. I wouldn't come back either, but everyone hates him here. So.
Yeah, I always assume that his home is like empty at least 90% of the time.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Other than people coming in to clean up. I don't know, reset the decorations for the holidays, for the 1 or 2 times a year that
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Get it, Antonio.
This is what democracy looks like.
Yeah, it's
And also, I feel like people are kind of, I know there's probably people that are new out here, but I also feel like people are rusty. Because people who have been out, haven't been out. Probably the last thing that they did was the Roe v. Wade march and rally when Roe v. Wade was overturned. People went out across the country, and then before that, of course, the Breonna Taylor and BLM related protests.
Yeah, we're trying to flex the muscles again, We had the rally at the it's almost an echo chamber at some point. precinct officers.
That's what these kind of protests and rallies and everything, that's what they have to be. You need to, because yes, it's good to come out and get that energy out and have your voice heard. But at the end of the day, there has to be some sort of call to action. There has to be something that people can do after the fact to actually have a chance of affecting any sort of change or impact at all on what's going on.
That's what the congressman has said. He's like, make sure that you're not just coming here. Make sure you're going out. You're volunteering for the 3 special elections that are happening. I mean, if we win all those, we get the majority back. But like, it's interesting. It's deep red territory, so yeah, chances are slim. But you know, people are pissed off right now. So if we get a nice turnout, I'm excited. We can stay home. We might flip a couple, which makes our job easier in 2026.
I was going to say, where can they find resources to help? What groups are available on social media and the internet where we can share information and actionable items?
Are you talking about the 5051? Let's see, 5051. I'm sorry, 5050.1 would be a good place to start with. That's the National Women's website. And then you have 5051 Kentucky across various socials.
50501KY.
Yep. And I know we have the Facebook group for 5051 Kentucky.
I love how a car horn just gets everyone.
I know.
Yeah. I don't know. Is the 5051 Kentucky website ready yet?
Yes, it is. It's live.
Okay. And what is that? What is
It is 50501ky.com.
Okay.
And then you can also find on a lot of the different organizations in Louisville and Kentucky, like fairness.org, Indivisible Kentucky. You have the Louisville Democratic Party where you can find information, Surge, standing up for racial justice. So there's a lot of places online. You can follow Matthew, and I'll put links on his page, and he shares a ton also.
And we also have the Louisville Urban League.
Yeah.
Of course, we have various ACLU orgs as well. They've been putting out a lot of good information, especially in regards to immigrant rights.
Yes.
With the ICE raids and such happening across the country.
Yes.
Which I was reminded of because just around the corner is the Department of Homeland Security vehicle parked.
Yep.
Which, I mean, isn't unusual. We are in
At
front
the
of a federal
Customs House.
building.
It's like it's the Federal Protection Service. So
Yeah.
Federal.
But still, it was a reminder.
Come down to the Gene Snyder Federal Building for free hugs and to rally in front of Mitch McConnell's office. You feel like a news anchor? I was like, I'm going to take this opportunity, see what happens. Hi.
Are you recording something?
I sure
We are
am.
live right now.
Are you live?
We're live, yeah, for Made for the World Media, his independent journalism.
I wouldn't mind saying a little something if you want.
Yeah, sure. Let's turn a little bit just so you're in the good light.
I don't want to give
Oh, looking at the phone here. That's the camera. Oh, you can just look at me. Sorry, if you want to just talk to me. That's fine.
Do you want to be on the camera?
it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm not
Okay.
going to give you my name or anything.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
No, that's completely fine.
What's on your mind?
Well, you know, I have a lot of things on my mind, and some of them are more trivial than the others. You know, the most recent thing was yesterday when they fired those aid people, and that's very significant, and gave them 15 minutes to move out of their office. That's pretty sad. Think about it. Who can get out of their office in 15 minutes? That's just ridiculous. But probably the thing that bugs me the most, you know, they told us not to be violent out here. We're not going to be. But what if we were to storm the federal building? And if we got arrested, would we be pardoned? I mean, you know, I look at the attack on our U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2020, and I think it was around 1,500 people were successfully prosecuted. They were investigated by the FBI and various other federal law enforcement agencies. I was a federal law enforcement agent myself. But now they're pardoning for those attacks. I mean, what kind of message does that send? I mean, think about this and the irony of a lot of this stuff. One of the prosecutors from Manhattan that was in charge of that district's investigation of the attacks on January 6th, he investigated and prosecuted individuals successfully. Now, I believe he's been appointed either second or third in command at the Attorney General's office. So he's one of the Deputy Attorney Generals. And one of his tasks now is to look into improprieties by the prosecutors and the investigators of those January 6th investigations. So he's one of the ones that prosecuted and investigated. And now he's going to look into whether there was, you know, compliance or biased investigations by the. I mean, think about it. If you're an FBI agent that's been working for the Bureau, I mean, I worked with a lot of agencies. I never met one agent that was politically motivated in doing their job. They gathered the facts, and they were unbiased. I mean, that's the whole theory of our democracy here. So here you got a guy that's going to look. Imagine being. I can't imagine being an FBI agent today, and the other agencies as well. You did your job, and now they're looking into you and possibly firing you for investigating the administration and you know, and that doesn't make sense either. We're here looking at McConnell. He said that Donald Trump is not fit to be president, to be in the White House. Well, you know, now he's supporting him. I mean, I know McConnell says, well, I support him because he was elected by the citizens. Okay, I get that. But when I had my job, if I was ever told to do anything illegal or immoral or unethical, I didn't do it, or I would quit. I never was in that position where I had to quit because, as far as I know, everybody I worked with did unbiased investigations, gathered the fact and presented it to a judge with 12 jurors to deciding. And that's what they did with these rioters, and now they're released. What kind of message does that send?
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I'll get this on here. Thank you for coming out today. There we go.
Hold that side, I'll hold this side. Okay.
There we go, yeah.
Wind has its own plans today.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That way we can come and get that beer.
Coming together. Okay, I know.
Still. I'm really wondering what audio.
I've been trying to stay close to them.
It's just once the wind gets so strong.
It doesn't matter. Not allowed to go in with cameras.
But my own purpose is to either take photos or have video. So. Says it's from like 3 to 7, and I have no idea how far those addresses are apart from each other.
I don't
that
either.
they put on the poster. So I'm really curious how it's gonna let, but maybe they're just gonna be out there. And, uh-oh, somebody just lost their signal.
Hi, Musk.
I was gonna say it's illustrative of.
I know what you're trying to say. I don't know what I'm looking for either.
I'm trying to find the right word.
Like an omen, but not an omen. It's like a.
It's illustrative of like having a. It's illustrative of having a car running over place.
Yeah. Diabolical. I don't know. I know what you're trying to say. The diabolical is not it. For the immigrant march?
Possibly. I'm not sure if I'm going to be. Sorry, that wind. If I'm going to be live or not. I was going to basically just show up and see what's going on and then go from there with it.
Let me know.
We the people! We the people! We the people!
She has perfected using that little toy mic.
She's actually been the most successful with using.
She knows exactly where to yell into it.
Child-sized megaphone.
It is the smallest.
I know it was a last-minute thing for them.
Right.
But I would think that they would have had a good megaphone
Or like
already.
somebody like brings one, donates one.
Not to talk too much shit about
Right.
it. I mean,
they know we love them.
they got a limited budget and everything too, so they're not getting money from the National Democratic Party or anything like that. It's all
Just-
donation-based.
Just don't buy a megaphone today. If anybody buys one, wait until tomorrow.
Why wait until?
Because
sorry
it's
for
the economic blackout, Matthew.
Yes. Not pay for any goods or services.
No goods or
I mean,
services.
then there's a lot of people that are in line with being okay with spending money if you're doing local.
Yeah, like mom and pop local, though. Like not ones. Yeah.
And using cash only.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, no buying a good goods or services. I am really curious to know, like, and unfortunately it's really hard to quantify this, but like, I wonder how much of an impact it actually has had today.
I know, I was thinking that. I took screenshots of the soccer game last night. Some of them just like work. I don't know anything about socks. I'll be the first to admit it. But just kind of like see where everything is right now because I know that there's going to be continued boycotts and stuff. So it's like this is like a baseline. But I don't think it's necessarily that we're not trying to make a lasting impact with our money right now. It's this economic blackout. I think, the purpose of it was to just show like, hey, if we want to, we as a collective do control the economy and we can make an impact. So, when they're, running their daily reports and stuff, they can see like, okay, like this is down, this is down, this is down. Like,
It's a consumer general strike.
yeah.
I mean, it's a very small one because it's only a day, but there at least seem to chatter online about having longer
Yeah.
blackouts, in the future, basically, as things continue to spiral downward.
Yeah, like if corporations don't listen right now, the People's Union USA, which you can go and check out on Join the People's Union USA, they already have like weeks and months set aside for what companies and what corporations to boycott and when. And they were saying that if they don't respond to these short periods, then we'll just collectively gather and do longer strikes and longer boycotts until they do listen.
I mean, Tesla's already lost.
Tesla is tanking.
Hundreds of millions of dollars at least.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk, I love that. I saw somebody say Elon Musk is going bankrupt. Sorry, Elon Musk has technically lost a lot of money, but Elon Musk is not going bankrupt.
That's like me losing $1.
But still, yeah, it's barely a dent.
Right.
Really into his overall valuation.
Well, and I was curious last night, so I took those screenshots on MarketWatch, and I was like, okay, let me see where Costco is, use that as a baseline, and then I looked at Target, Tesla, Trump Industries, Trump's US dollar, and Walmart, and there were a couple other ones that I was looking at, and I made a reel on Instagram of it. And I was like, okay, this is Costco, where you're pretty solid. You see your normal fluctuations. Everything else is just a straight decline over the past month.
Yeah. And also, I would say over the last few days, because Trump announced yesterday that tariffs, I think next week.
March 4th.
Yeah, starting on March 4th. And even the crypto industry isn't as excited about Trump's administration. While Trump did have, has shown support for crypto, and of course you have the Trump coin, which is tanked after the rug pull, from Inauguration Day. Their administration hasn't really done anything to make the crypto industry think that they're gonna really put their full force behind Bitcoin and so on, and so Bitcoin is actually at its lowest valuation since November at least, and probably now even earlier than that. And basically the whole crypto market is the last few days just gone.
I believe it.
So yeah, everybody is really kind of cooling and souring on Trump's impact on the economy, and we'll see if we start seeing a lot more talks of recession now in the near future.
Well, and I did see something. I saw it this morning, so I didn't have time to research it. So correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't he adding additional tariffs to China as well? That'll be 20%.
Yes.
So think about it. Everything you own, pretty much, it says made in China. So that 20% is going to be hitting American citizens' pockets, not the billionaires.
Yeah. So I'm just looking.
You're good. You could interview some of the people on the steps, saying, what are you gonna, what do you do?
Oh yeah, I guess there are actually people there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go see if anybody wants to talk. We'll do that.
Producing math.
There were people on the steps earlier.
There weren't. Listen, if this goes viral, I'm your right hand person for eternity.
If you go to the Louisville Democratic Party,
You don't have to if you don't want to.
That's completely fine. I'll just stand beside you and point the camera at
And
Matthew.
it'll just be pointing at me. You're okay with being heard.
Nobody sees your face.
No, you won't be identified unless you say your name.
I would say that one issue, there's so many issues that with Elon Musk that need to be rescinded. The firing of federal workers has been illegal. There are so many illegal actions that have happened with this administration, and I'm hoping that the courts will reverse a good bit of that, and I'm praying that the senators and House representatives will come to realize that this is not going to serve their futures well, that constituents are paying attention and going to vote differently in the future, and are realizing that there have been serious consequences to their voting against their own best interests. And apart from all of what's happening now, there's one serious suggestion that I am making to legislators, and that's that we should have legislation to make it possible for mail-in ballots to be postage-free. During the last
A lot of honking support today.
During the last campaign, I became aware that if a mail-in ballot had 2 pages instead of a 1-page ballot, that it could require a second stamp, and that without that it would be undeliverable. And so it's important for every vote to be counted. It's important for every vote to be counted. And if we make it so that mail-in ballots do not have to
Is there, the car is just currently sitting at the intersection honking. Is there anything that has happened at this point or that it looks like will happen in the near future that has impacted you directly?
I have many family members who are impacted. I have had family members who have been federal employees and family members who rely on Medicaid and rely on restrictions against insurance companies for refusing payment on pre-existing conditions. And I mean, we all will be affected if Medicaid is lost. Kentucky will have rural hospitals. People really are unaware of what the differences are affecting their land.
Yeah, that's very true. And that's not just Kentucky, that's across the country.
Right, yes.
I can see that. All right, well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Do you have anything that you would like to say?
Do you want to be on camera?
I don't care either way.
If you're on camera, do you want your sunglasses on or off?
On. Nobody needs to see this face.
I was going to say, I want to keep my sunglasses on.
That's a hard one. Yes, I love it. I'm really concerned about what they're doing with Medicaid, and I'm starting to read about them dipping their fingers into Social Security as well. I'm newly retired, and I'm not with but in a couple of years, I probably need to start doing that, and that is obviously impactful to my life. But I'm just here because I don't want to live under oligarchy. I want democracy, and I feel like just this is something I could do. Is to come out here and support democracy. Blanket statement there, but
Thank you so much for coming out here. It's so important to hear people's actual voices.
Would you all be interested in
Do you want to be on camera? I did. Hey, pretty.
So I'm Nathan Mallard with the Left Demo, and with independent journalists.
No corporation here.
If you go to find.mftw.media, it has various social media, YouTube, all that stuff.
Social media, but other than LinkedIn.
I don't blame you.
It's very slow.
But we need to do it because we want to get involved with this group. We just started yesterday.
So what are you looking to bring up inside today?
We're both retired, and we volunteer for a group called Blueprint 502, which is an umbrella nonprofit organization that houses a number of nonprofits, including Youth Build Louisville, which is their biggest one, which primarily gets young people who have fallen through the cracks. They couldn't finish their diploma for whatever reason. They got on the streets. They're getting second chances.
I didn't want to get the kids in the video.
And get kind of help them to develop their skill sets as far as getting their GED, but also teaching them a trade. So they teach them anything from carpentry to building houses, things of that nature, as well as nursing, like nurse aides. Culinary program. So, but they have
Urban Conservation Corps they work with, so they learn skills to get jobs, out and working with the environment and different things. They have a program now for brownfields where they get certified to go in and clean up areas, which there's a big need for that. Some of them need housing. They come in, they help them get housing. Lots and lots of positive things. We've been there for 3.5 years. We've seen their lives turn around. They rely a lot on grants. So if all these grant monies are taken away, there won't be a place anymore. And not only is that terrible for the students, but the staff there, these are people who work there because they have a commitment and a belief to helping others. They're not making a lot of money. It's a hard job, and they'll lose their jobs. Summer Works is there, Project Warm is there, so we go out in the community and winterize homes, and just lots of good things.
So I would encourage you to look at 502, Blueprint 502 online. The person who started it 25 years ago under the auspices of her name is Lynn Rippey. It's all on their website. And call her, you should connect with her, and we do luncheons once a month. It's not fundraising. You can come in just to learn more about it. It's just a wonderful organization. We volunteer there for since Hanson the last 3.5 years. And about 3 or 4 weeks ago, we walked in. I had not listened to the radio on the way in. That was when they announced that they were just going to cut all federal funding. There was no direction at all, and we freaked out. You know, it was so sad. The kids were crying. You know, does this mean we have to go home? It's a 9-month program. She, as Ann said, when they come in September, how they look and act and everything, and it's transformational what they do with these kids, and then they become, you know, productive members of society. They're taxpayers. They're not living off welfare, all that stuff. So we just are very passionate about the program, and we want to make sure. So we want Mitch to know that. As a long way around to answer your question is to say, you know, he's starting to stand up because he doesn't, you know, I don't think he has anything to lose now because he's not going to seek re-election. So he doesn't worry about ticking off Trump. So,
although it could be argued it's too little too late.
Most definitely. I was going to definitely, where can you start? You know, the impeachment, and, you know, he should have convicted him, and the Supreme Court.
So how many kids are currently in the program?
There's anywhere from 20 to 25 a year.
20 to 25?
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, youth build is about 20 to 25.
I thought we graduated like close to 40 last year.
I think we graduated close to 40 last year. I'm not sure.
But it really, I mean, there are alumni of the program, and you know, not everything is 100% a success, but the numbers are so good, and there are some who now are out, they own their own businesses. They're going to nursing school after they get their certified nursing assistant program through that. Just a lot of forward motion. Kids who've come in, the one girl who now runs her own company, she came in and found out she had this great skill in construction, and she now runs her own business. And so just having somebody to believe in them and show them different paths, it's amazing.
It's one of those things that you're not going to hear about, right? It's not a big national program that, you know, takes all the headlines and everything. There's a lot of little organizations like this, I imagine, across the country that would be impacted. So you almost, you know, you talk about like upwards of 40 children's lives being impacted. You multiply that probably by hundreds, easily.
Do you have like a card or anything?
I don't yet. Actually, I have it ordered and I'm waiting for them to come in.
Do you have your phone with you? You can take a picture of this press badge. Rich that.
If you just Google NFTW,
Thank you all so much for sharing that. I'm definitely going to go check them out.
Please. And, you know, if you ever want to do that luncheon, learn more about us.
For
it's
sure.
a great organization. So.
I do have business cards coming. I'm just waiting.
We appreciate you giving dedication to this movement today.
When I was born, it was actually the more popular variation of Matthew.
Really?
Yeah, for like a couple of years. It was the popular variation. And it went quickly back to I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah, thank you all for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, no. There will be, hopefully, it's the early first, but we're talking about doing something in at least a month, but it's very are going to branch out eventually. We want to make sure everything is organized. Yeah. And I'm Megan. Yeah, I'm Lisa. Nice to meet you. I'm sure we'll work together. We'll see. In the future, there'll be plenty of work. Oh, for sure. You were at the day. Yeah. Hi, Jennifer. So, I'm with this small group.
I have no idea how much of this is salvageable today. Wasn't as prepared for the win, unfortunately.
Yeah. We're all about the movie.
But
Yes. Good job.
Did you
still pretty good turnout.
Yes, I did. Perfect. She sent me the thing, and
Or,
I did
well,
that today.
a pretty good amount of people, I should say, here. There's been, I don't know how many people have gone inside. There's been many people that have made their way inside or in line. It's a very I'm over this wind.
What's that weather deal, guys?
Weatherman guy? There's a bunch of those weatherman guys. I know who you're talking. Okay, I don't know what his name is, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah, the one that they always put out. Like, yeah. Oh yeah, the one they always put out in the hurricanes, blizzards and stuff.
Like he's getting blown away.
Right. Alright, I think I am going to end it here though. I am going to go to the immigrant support, I don't know what to call it because it doesn't really have a name.
The Immigrant March.
The Immigrant March, okay. I'm going to go check out the Immigrant March over on Preston Highway here in Louisville later on this afternoon. That starts around 3:30, so we'll see what's going on. I may go live again, may not. I may take photos, may not. We'll it's all up in the air right now. If you haven't already, follow MFTW Media on basically all the socials, Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, still technically on Twitter, MFTW Media on YouTube, and of course, not yet. That is something I'm looking at for the future, because I am interested in getting back into writing. It's been a long time since I've done like any serious writing, but I'm interested. But I've got a lot on my plate right now, so. And of course, MFTW Media on Twitch. I don't know how this stream went today, if it effed a lot. The VOD should be clean as usual, so I will be uploading that to YouTube, and hopefully the audio is salvageable with all the wind we had today. But yeah, with that said, that's it for here outside of the federal building here in Louisville. Also, Mitch McConnell's office is in there somewhere. Thank you to Megan for helping me out today. You probably will be seeing her again in the near future next week as we head off to Frankfurt for the March 4th for Democracy rally and march at the Kentucky State Capitol at 11 a.m. 11 to 1 is the permit time, I'm assuming. Or it might be like 11 to 2 because they usually allow for a little bit of time to break stuff down. But point is, 11 o'clock, Frankfurt, Kentucky, state capital, Tuesday, March 4th. I couldn't say that in any weirder way. Yeah, appreciate you all. Stay safe out there. What's the opposite of windy? Stay still.
Stay still.
Yeah, stay still. Don't move. Don't blow.
Don't spend any money today.
Yes, don't spend any money today. The economic blackout is currently active until 11:59 p.m. local time across the country. And with that said, talk to you all later. Peace.